Hey guys! So this week I'm going to be talking about Chapter 4, Visual Scaffolding. So the first step to doing this, you want to make sure that you identify the vocabulary that you're going to be working with. So this could be your weekly vocabulary you want to go over, it could be a word wall. As long as you're posting up the words that you want to try to get the ELLs involved with, you will be great. So as an example, I have 5 words that I have listed up. So we have traffic, crops, waterfall, mountain, and reef. So with visual scaffolding, you basically want to link a word to a picture. So as soon as you identify the words that you want to use, immediately go and look for pictures. This could be done on your computer. You can put it on your smartboard. It could be done in books. It could be done in a video. As long as you're visually giving the students ways to link the words to the picture, you're golden. That's the main rule for visual scaffolding. For example, for number 1, we have traffic. So what I did, I chose a book that I would try to find a traffic jam in, and I linked it to that. So as you can see, you see a bunch of cars linked in traffic. That's what you want the kids to think of when you're reading a book. So you want the kids to think, okay, traffic is a bunch of cars back bumper to bumper, back to back. You want them to think of a bunch of cars together. And when you're reading a story or you say the word traffic, they can immediately imagine that word traffic. So the second one, we have crops. So what do you want them to think of? Corn, probably, but what better way than to show them a picture of crops? That way they can immediately relate to farming. They could relate to crop, anything, corn, anything. So that's kind of how you're linking crops to the picture. The next one, for waterfall, you would look for a picture. Like I said, this could be a video too, as long as you're visually giving the kids something to look at so they can link the words to the picture, that's all you're doing. So for waterfall, you show them a picture of a waterfall, and the next time you read about a waterfall, they'll link to a waterfall. The next one, for mountain, open a picture up, show them a mountain. The only thing that I would do is it might be better if you wanted to pick up different books with different mountains in it. That way, like in this one, when you show them a picture of a mountain, they don't necessarily relate a mountain to snow. So if you show them one without snow, they'll think, okay, so any large hill or any large mound of something, that is a mountain, instead of just, oh, I guess all mountains have snow on it. So you're trying to link the ELLs to be able to connect the vocabulary words to what you're saying. And then last but not least, for a reef, you just show them a picture. Well, reefs typically have fish in them. They're colorful. So next time you read about a reef, you'll be able to pick up the book, show them, and they'll say, oh yeah, that's what a reef was. So you want to engage the students in what you are teaching them. That is the most important thing. You want to give them the materials that they will need in order to link the vocabulary in their mind. As readers, when we read a story and we have it in our hands, we visualize as we're reading. We're like, okay, this character did this, this, this. ELLs don't have that luxury. If they came from a different country or a different place, then they would be maybe able to do that in their own language, but not necessarily in English. And that is what your job as the teacher is to do, to give them the English words, to give them the visualizations, to be able to make it easier for them to learn English, speak properly, and know what they're reading when they read, and they'll see it in their heads. So that's visual scaffolding. Just link your picture to your word and you're visually scaffolded. Thank you.